Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project and Magnetic Reversal News, bringing you a magnetic excursion update Wednesday, May 21st, 10 p.m. Mountain Time, 2025. A 500-year flooding event is occurring in New South Wales, in Australia, and 50,000 people have been evacuated. The good news: severe weather threats in the U.S. have been reduced to a single thunderstorm warning. Holy macaroni. Keep calm. It's boom time, and more severe weather is coming. Now, Sunday's severe storm dropped 16 tornadoes on Kansas alone, 7 of them rated EF3 by the National Weather Service. We've seen some amazing uptick in the recent days. In fact, there have been nearly 400 tornado warnings and counting across 22 U.S. states over the last 5 days. That is record-breaking territory and certainly, well, something of note. As the St. Louis mayor places emergency management chief on leave for tornado siren failure. Yeah, this doesn't have to do with the reduction from the National Weather Service from the Trump administration. This is a failure from the local emergency management chief, and that is a period. And we have severe weather leaving a trail of damages across Alabama. Tuesday was a first warning alert day for intense thunderstorms with strong wind gusts, large hail, and tornadoes across north and central Alabama. And, well, apparently it lived up to its name. An outbreak of severe weather is shifting into the south now. Ohio Valley with strong tornado, widespread wind damage threats. But the good news is that it's quieting down, and really no real big upticks in severe weather until, well, you guessed it, the weekend. Yes, the Memorial Day weekend. Severe weather threat forecast for parts of the U.S. could ruin your Memorial Day weekend. And in fact, it may, in fact, will. Here is the full forecast. We've got severe thunderstorms Thursday in the southern plains, with coastal storm bringing rain and wind to New England. Severe thunderstorms are possible across parts of the southern plains Thursday, with large hail as the main threat. A few instances of 2+ inch diameter hail are possible. That's gorilla hail. A storm system moving north along New England coast will bring heavy rain and gusty winds to the region Thursday and Friday. Frost and freeze warnings up for the northern plains, North, South Dakota, Minnesota, and Wisconsin. So bring in your sensitive plants unless you just want them to freeze. A quick look at the 18Z GFS model shows very little severe weather. A little pop-ups here Friday, potentially in Texas, but nothing really until we enter Saturday, Memorial Day weekend. Here we can see an uptick, a major uptick in the Arklatex region here, continuing through Monday. And holy macaroni, Memorial Day might be one to remember, with severe weather threats through Oklahoma and Arkansas and up into Missouri. Take a look at that. That is through Tuesday, May 27th. As that severe weather threat moves offshore, and it's looking quite clear for the first week of June. A June boom. And here we can see June 3rd, something moving into the west, well, which could develop into, well, lots of moisture. We need it. Let's take a quick look at total accumulated precipitation. Here's Friday, Saturday. That's all we're going to get. Oh, we're in a different run. Let's just move it back here. All right, here's the 12Z. And what we're going to see is a huge uptick in precipitation here in the center of the U.S. here, May 25th, 6th, and 7th. That's going to be some extreme flash flooding with 10 to 14 inches of precipitation for portions of Arkansas, potentially Kansas, Oklahoma as well. This is a major flooding event. If you're in this region where things are lighting up maroon and yellow, please heed the warnings. Now let's talk about our foreigner friend over in Australia. Not only is it in the other hemisphere, it's on the other side of the earth. New South Wales flooding live updates: 1 dead, 3 missing. Almost 50,000 have been evacuated as rainfall continues to batter states, mid-north coast, Hunter regions in a 1 in 500 year flood event. And this is all coming from the Sydney Morning Herald. As of 11:03 a.m., authorities are preparing for flood and weather impacts around Sydney. The SES were in contact with a 63-year-old man in Moto before he died, and grave fears for 3 people missing in the floodwaters. Holy macaroni. More than 48,000 people have been isolated by flooding in New South Wales' mid-north coast, as unprecedented floodwaters cut off or inundate thousands of homes. Police say the body of a 63-year-old man has been found in a flooded home in Moto, north of Taree. The New South Wales SES has responded to more than 1,000 incidents and carried out 339 flood rescues just in the last 24 hours. The Manning River in Taree is at a level never seen before, breaking a 100-year record as it passed 6 meters early on Wednesday. Taree has experienced 1/3 of its annual average rainfall in just the past 2 days. And, well, you know what that leads to? Yeah, record flooding. Take a look at this. So our hearts, thoughts, and prayers go out to all those affected. There are hundreds of thousands of people in this region. 50,000 have been cut off, and the situation is now developing. So send up a prayer for those in New South Wales. Seismic update. No quakes of note. Low-level activity worldwide, which is good news for those that live on faults. Worldwide volcano news, a short list today because they published all the updates on the volcanoes just a few hours ago. We've got Sakurajima exploding today. Hey, Reventador, volcanic ash emissions were reported. Sabancaya, no volcanic ash detected. Why is it on the list? No one knows. Sungate at 20,000 feet. We've got Semadu, who knew, now you do 15,000-foot blast there. Sakurajima, apparently a 9,000-foot puff. Popo to 20,000 feet. Ibu, ground report of an eruption. And that wraps up worldwide volcano news for the day. Hey. Bringing us to a quick space weather outlook. All the sunspots are minor, and the largest one is now turning away from us geo-effectively. None of them are flaring, so it doesn't even matter. We're now down into upper B-level range. This huge coronal hole didn't amount to much of anything as we descend into the next solar minimum. Now, before that happens, you can all join us over in the desert in southwest Colorado near Cortez. The ultimate Petroglyph panel tour, including the Canyon of the Ancients and the Skull Castle ruin. This will not disappoint. In the early morning, we're going to run up to Sand Canyon Pueblo. We're going to check out the petroglyphs there. We'll regroup. We'll move down into a remote area near the absolute state boundary with Utah and Colorado, where we will see some archaic petroglyphs. We'll then move up into the wilderness, locating all of these amazing plasma petroglyphs as we make our way to Skull Canyon Ruin, which is one of the ruins in Canyon of the Ancients that most people just are unaware about. We'll take you there. We have firsthand knowledge. Rex and I have been exploring this region for a decade. We've been out there probably 10, 12 times, and each time we discover more things. So come out and join us to discover something new. The end of the event will be at the ultimate petroglyph panel right on the Utah state line. There are no plants. There are no animals. There's no vegetation. It's amazing in this place. It's as if we are on Mars looking at petroglyphs. Join us for an amazing tour. It's very limited, just 25 tickets available, 10 VIP, 15 general admission. Here is the disclaimer. This is an extreme desert environment with many hazards, including extreme weather, high temperatures, deadly snakes, scorpions, and more. It's also dangerous hiking conditions with sharp rocks, steep slopes, and no marked trails. You will need to be physically fit, able to hike 4 miles in extreme conditions, and have no medical issues whatsoever to participate. All participants must sign a waiver before we proceed on the day of the event, which will be mind-blowing and fantastic. All of our events have exceeded the expectations of the people that have joined us now for 10 years. So join us in the desert. When is it? June 28th? Holy macaroni. Sand Canyon, go get it. June 28th, we're all meeting in the parking lot at the Sand Canyon Rock Creek Trailhead. It's so amazingly marked. It is one of the only places in this area marked by Google, which is why we're meeting here. And all the events are just a quick 10-mile drive around the region. So come join us for a wonderful early summer activity where your mind and your experiences will be blown. And that's a boom to knowledge. Hit the thumbs up, share the video, buy the tickets before it's too late. And we hope to see you in the desert. We love each and every one of you. Be safe. And that is a boom.